so I like kind of panic bought the cuddle bums, and panic buyed. Hello, welcome to my podcast. My name is Kelly, also known as RowRow and Kades, and this podcast is all about everything I've been knitting and designing over the last, normally 2 weeks, but this time it's 3 weeks. This is episode 57. Huge welcome. There's lots of new people and it's really lovely to have you here. Yes, like I said, it's normally 2 weeks between podcasts. This time was 3 weeks. Purely because I did an organising of my stash video that took 2 days to film and about 4 days to edit, and by the time I got it up onto YouTube it was time for me to record this, and I was like, just have a break because I felt like all I was doing was editing video. So I took a step back and had a week off from podcasting and just let that video run for the week on its own. Because it was very late. It was supposed to be out the Friday before. It came out on the Wednesday, and then there was no point putting another podcast out 2 days later. So I hope you all enjoyed the organising of the stash video. There's been a few people asking to see the actual organisation, so I'll do a separate video for that. After 2 days of filming, of filming all of that stash and talking through it all, I was just kind of worn out by the end, so filming the actual finished organisation was just going to have to be a separate day. And I will show that, I promise. But yeah, and then I've had people complaining that I've been talking too much, and so it's kind of been a bit of a like, I've had a bit of a step back week just to like chill and go, right, well don't listen to me for a week then. Right, I'm having a cup of coffee in my seal mug that my son bought me for Mother's Day, because I need a coffee today. It is Friday, the 29th of March, which is Good Friday. My kids are now off school. I've got one out at a grandparent's, but the youngest one is upstairs. He is playing a game with his dad and should be quiet. He shouldn't need to come downstairs, but there's always that little chance. So if I do get interrupted, I apologise, but it is what it is. They're off for 2 weeks now for Easter, so we'll see how things go. Anyway, let's get on with some knitting. So I cannot remember, I really do need to put markers in, but I cannot remember where we were the last time I showed you my Polka cats. And there's a reason. So this is where I'm at. Hang on. So I'm into the greens now. I am absolutely loving it. I have done a fit check and it's nice and loose. It's a loose fitting top. I like it. It needs a good block. However, I was right down into nearly the blues. There was 2 more cats on there a couple of days ago. So there was this cat and then there was another 2. And I realised looking at it that I was doing too many rows in between the cats. Just 1 extra row. It's 4 rows between each row of cats. Or rounds, I should be saying. 4 rounds in between every cat section. But I was doing 5. And I didn't notice it at first, but as they got further down you could see that they weren't the same as these up here. I was also only on like cat number 17 of the advent, and I do want to try and get all 24 in there. So I was like, if I'm extending the main colour, there's a possibility I'm not going to get all my cats in. So I pulled them out. It comes out so much faster than it goes in, doesn't it? But I did. I pulled them out. My Patreons will see it in action. They actually see it in the vlog that they get to watch as part of their tiers. But yeah, I've pulled it out and cried a little bit. But then I went, the next day I went out for coffee with my friend Ange, and I managed to get two cats in there. That one's pretty much done. He just needs his chin. So I managed to get 2 cats in there while we were drinking coffee and having our lunches and everything, so it won't take long to get back to where I was. But yeah, I am still really enjoying it. It's just a therapeutic knit because you're not really having to think that hard. Yes, I did miss the eyes on one, but I was drunk at the time, so you know, we'll let that slide. If you're knitting it sober and you're just sitting chilling, it's honestly a really nice, peaceful knit. You don't have to think hard. It's just not a well-written pattern. I have talked about this already. There is no breakdown of stitch counts once you've separated for the sleeves. Like, there's no breakdown when you are separating from the sleeves. It's kind of a, I have no idea how many stitches I'm supposed to have for the body. I don't know if it tells you further down in the pattern when you get to the bottom rib, or I don't know. I haven't actually looked that far. I'm just kind of just plodding on and making it as long as I want it. But yeah, there is a big problem with the pattern in that sense, that you are kind of winging how many stitches you're supposed to have. For those of you new here, I am using the Drops Nord. Yes, Drops Nord in the, I think it's like the beige mix colourway. Hang on, let me show you it like this. Excuse twinkling. This. When it first came, I was really disappointed in the colour. I kind of wanted it a little bit more creamy, but now I'm knitting it, I just love it. I'm just in love with it. And the colours are from the Truly Hooked Advent Calendar. I think it was All Things Bright and Beautiful. I think that's what it was called. It was the 2023 Advent. There are 2 separate, this one and this one. These 2 here are from a Cuddlebums rainbow mini set, but because I thought I would need it, but it turns out that I really don't. I've got loads of yarn left over after each one. I got 10-gram minis, so I like kind of panic bought the Cuddlebums. And panic buyed. I panic bought the Cuddlebums ones, and then afterwards, like, I started slotting them in where I thought they would match, and then I was like, do you know what, I've still got like yarn left over from each of the 10 grams as I'm going round. I do not need to put these in, so I've got a rainbow set in here that I don't need, but I'm sure it'll come in useful. I also bought the amount of yarn that it told me to in the pattern. I am not a person who buys extra. I just don't. I buy what I need, and if I need extra, then I make the sleeve shorter or something. I don't buy extra. However, I was saying to Ange when we went out, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 full balls of Drops Nord there. I've still got this much here, and I'm pretty much at the waist, and it's short sleeved, so I'm not using any of that, am I? Well, I might use 1, but maybe 2, but I'm definitely going to have enough yarn left over and enough Advent left over to do something else. I don't know what, but there we go. So that is my Polka Cats. This little thing is where I pulled out to, so I knew how much I'd done with Ange. So I'm going to actually move that to where I am now, so then I know how much I've worked on since I last saw you when I film again. Does that make sense? That's what I should be doing on everything, because I'm terrible for that. So there we go. Polka Cats. It is beautiful. Right. Next thing I've been working on is my new Friday night knit. I stopped doing polka cuts when I dodged the eyes. I thought maybe this isn't the best idea. So I changed to one of my other make 9s, which is the Lawn Skein shawl. I was going to say scarf. The Lawn Skein shawl by Locatelli. Don't feel like that's focused. Okay, so I've been only working on this on a Friday night while I've been having a drink. So the first Friday I cast on and I got to there, and then the second Friday I did this much. I did these last Friday and realised I'd done them on the wrong side, so I had to pull it back down to there and do it again. So I'm going to have to move that while I'm thinking about it for later, because it is Friday and I will be knitting this, I assume. It is a nice knit. It is very slightly complicated. It's written and charted, which is nice. It is a garter tab cast on, and then, which I'm not a fan of because you do get this bit of a lump. I mean, I will try and block that out obviously, but you know, there's only so much a bit of water will do. You're going to get a lump. You get these slip stitches, and then you get like this lace section. How much of that can you see? Hang on. It's a bit awkward. So you get like this lace. It's a simple lace. However, it is knitted on right and wrong side, the lace. So that can get a little bit tricky after a couple of runs. There was also a short row section, which was this bit here. This, oh my god, stop dropping it. This this garter section goes into short rows. You can see it getting thinner. So I actually don't know what comes next. I haven't read that far in the pattern. It's like set into different sections, so I don't know if I'm doing short rows next or if I'm doing, I'm assuming I'll do short rows the other way, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing next, but I do like it. I am using Skein and the Stitch Ipetus, I can't remember how you pronounce it. It was from her collection 2 years ago, which is mad. Last year she did an art collection, the year before she did Titans, and this was one of the Titans. I accidentally bought 100% merino instead of sock yarn, because I did have this in mind for a pair of socks. And then once I started knitting with it for the socks and I realised how incredibly soft it was, I was like, that's not sock yarn. So I kept it aside for this shawl. So I'm loving it so far. I can't wait to have it done. But that is my current Friday night knit. It is on, I think it's 3.5 mil, is it? Or 4.5 millimeter needles. It is a fingering weight, 4-ply yarn. But it's on 4mm, but the tension, the gauge is nice. It's not too holy or anything, which is surprising. It's nice and loose and drapey. And I'm using my Chiagu interchangeables. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. That's that one. I've also had a little, the other night I did a little bit. I fancied knitting on a sock, so I did a little bit on my nest sock. I'm on the toe now. This is where you saw me last. I did put a marker in that one. And this is where you saw me last. I literally have, I think they're at 20 and they need to be down to 14. So what's that? 4 rows to do? 6 rows to do? Something like, I don't know, maths. And then I can kitchener that one off. However, I still have the other one to do. And oh, this took me ages. I don't know why it took me so long. So it's kind of making me go, oh no. But I love them. And I tried them on and I was like, oh my God, I really want these. So I will be casting it on. I think what I'll do is cast it straight on and then it's on the needles and I can't just ignore it. Like I do with many socks. There's a few socks behind me that are being silently ignored, but you know. These are the Nest Socks by Songbird Handmade, Katie Herrod. They come in DK or fingering weight, and they also are cuff down or toe up. I did the cuff down because I had a lot of toe up ones on the needles, and I'll do the next one cuff down as well. I'm not going to switch it up. It's a shadow wrap heel, which is why you can do it either way, which is a new heel to me and I love it. I'd heard of it and just never tried it, and then once I tried it I was like, I love that heel. That's the heel for me. I normally say the Fleagle heel for a toe up, and I do love the Fleagle heel so much. It just doesn't do well for me personally when you're using like it would have worked for these because it's all one colour, but you know when you've got like a separate colour for your heel cuff and toe, the Fleagle heel doesn't work well for a contrasting heel, and lately that's what I've been doing, so I've moved to shadow wrap. But when I'm doing a straight colour sock again, I would probably use the Fleagle. I don't know, I like them both a lot. Anyway, we're not talking about heels, we're talking about Nest socks. So yes, this was a cal. I failed abysmally, did not complete in time. I think the cal ended mid-February. We're now at the end of March. But you know, yeah, I am using, I should have told you that, I'm using Enchanted yarns. It's a BFL sock, and this Pixie Dust I think is called. It's She Doesn't Die Anymore. It is one of the first yarns I bought from an indie dyer, really, and I love it, but you can't, it swallows lace completely. I tried a numerous amount of socks using it with lace and it just completely swallowed it, even though you wouldn't think it would, but it just, oh, I'm dropping it, but it really does. It just completely devours any lace. So these were perfect and I love them so much. So yeah, I will be getting that done and I will be casting on the second one and sorting it, even if they don't get finished till winter next year. No, I will persevere with them. They took me a while, and I think it's because I have to concentrate doing that half fisherman's rib. Like I tried doing them on a Friday night and it was just like this, I can't see the stitch to, this is not working for me. So yeah, and it's a lot of ribbing and I'm really slow with rib. I'm just painfully slow when it comes to ribbing. Like when I see these beautiful tops that are all rib, I'm like, that's pretty, but it would take me 10 years. Like it's just not happening. So Nest socks. Beautiful, they just took me a long time. I will get them finished. Finally today, I was very kindly gifted the new Lagoon DK yarn. Where's, oh, it's the end of that. The new Lagoon DK yarn from Yarnsmiths, who is the Wool Warehouse yarn. That's their own yarn. Where is the other one? So that I may show you. Oh, hang a bang. Let me find that. Okay, so Wool Warehouse, for those of you who don't know, Wool Warehouse has their own yarn brand, which is, it's relatively new, but they're really building on it, called Yarnsmiths. and they have a fair amount of yarns, and they're getting, there's so many beautiful ones now, and they're really building on that brand. And the new Lagoon DK came out a couple of days ago, last Tuesday I think, and I was really lucky enough to be sent 2 balls of it. So one of them is this green Lagoon DK. I'm not going to review it here, I'm going to do it separately, I'm just going to tell you. So I got this beautiful green, I can't remember the name of it, it was something really complicated, I will pop it on the screen. But it's this gorgeous like gradient of yarn. It is 100% premium acrylic, but it just feels stunning. So I had this colour sent, and I also got Camino Lagoon, I think this one was called. So this was, you can see it in there. That looks kind of rude, doesn't it? You see it in there. It's got like the pinks, the purples, the browns, blues. I've nearly got through the skein, but the ball, it's not a skein, it's a ball. But I am reviewing it, and so I've been knitting with it to see what I think, and it's just beautiful. Again, not reviewing it here. If you want to see the review, there'll be a separate video done for it, but I'm going to show you what I've been making, which is this triangle shawl thing. I've just basically done a garter stitch, increase every side with a yarn over, and just do some eyelet rows every now and again. I'm intending on having it, you know, when it's long enough, just like a cowboy thing. Yeah, one of them. It's very fluffy. It has a really lovely halo on it. Oh, it's just, look at the colours. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm kind of regretting doing this down the middle. But I didn't follow a pattern, I just like, can I even fit that on the screen? Yeah. I didn't follow a pattern, I just kind of just started knitting. I think I should probably have increased in the centre as well, but whatever, I didn't. I am using my Knit Pro, what they're called? I want to say meditation, I don't think that's right. Hang on. Mindful. Knit Pro Mindful. 4mm, because it's a DK yarn, so I went with 4mm. I'm using these ones that swivel. You might not be able to see it, but you can hear it. The 4mm say Dream on them. They're really lovely. They have this beautiful turquoise cable, and I really like the Mindful needles. I am gutted that they don't do them in a sock size. I've said this before. It's just, they go down to 3.5mm, and that's the smallest, and that's just not good enough for me. So yeah, the people at Knit Pro, get your act together, mates. Anyway, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's proper squidgy. I can't wait. I've just been sitting on a night, just going up and down. I forgot to do my eyelet row. I was doing them like around about every 14, and then I noticed last night that I hadn't done it. It should have been about here, so I'm just going to do it now. It's only a random blooming thing. It's only going to be shoved around my neck or given to my mother-in-law, one or the other. So yeah, there we go. So I haven't got that much left, but I'm going to keep knitting it until I run out. And I'm probably about halfway through, I think. I should wait, shouldn't I? Shall I wait and see? Yeah, 46 grams. 46 grams left. So I'm about halfway through. So it's going to be quite big, isn't it? So that is that one. Hopefully I will have that done by the next time you see me, because it's kind of like a priority because I need to do the review video. I'm going to be doing separate review videos for yarn because I have had a lot sent to me to review. So I'm going to start doing separate videos to review yarns. So I hope that that's something that you will like to watch as well. So we'll go on to acquisitions. Just trying to think. I haven't had a load, but I did get an absolutely beautiful gift bought for me from Carla at Sew Knit Create Repeat. She's naughty. She's naughty. I sent her a video and told her how naughty she was. Now, this is going to be a bit odd, but because I filmed my stash video, I filmed the stash video and put all the stash away, and these had come before then, so these went away, the things that she bought me, and now I can't remember the third ball that she bought me. She bought me 3. So they were all like lovely blues because she knows I love a blue. She bought me the West Yorkshire Spinners Winter Icicle, which is a Winnick Mum colourway. And she also sent me the Seascape in the same yarn, West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply, and that's also Winnick Mum. So I got those 2, and then there was another blue. I'm sure it was Regia. I'm sure it was a Regia one, but I don't know what I've done with it. It'll be in one of my tubs upstairs. It was a gorgeous blue, but she sent, they're just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to be making something with them very soon, hopefully. She also sent me, as she put it, just things that you don't bother buying for yourself. So she got me some split ring markers, which I haven't opened yet. She got me some little needle stoppers, which are always handy, aren't they? She bought me these gorgeous leather labels. Now this isn't something that I do. I don't put labels on things, but I'm gonna do something with these. So just say handmade on them. They all say the same thing. But there's the beige ones, there's white ones, and then there's black ones. Oh, it doesn't like the black one. Focus. Oh, I've got it upside down. Oh, here comes the rain again. So we're having a nice sunny day today. Winter just fights back all the time, doesn't it? Right. So she got me those, and I'm gonna like maybe put them on hats and things because that'll look nice. And then she got me this gorgeous little tin, which is a J.D. Crowe tin. That's crochet patterns on the front. And she got me, I've put them in here because they were on a, oh, they were still on the ring though. She got me some bulb, hang on, I need more hands. Bulb stitch markers, which these things, like I have thousands and thousands of them, but they're the handiest and stitch marker there is, I think. I just love them. So yeah. How lovely is that? Like it come in the post and it was a surprise and I was just like, oh, she made me cry. I've been crying a lot lately. The other acquisition I got is, I was looking around for some sock needles the other day and I realised that my cat had chewed one, one had come apart and broken. Like I used to have about 6 or 7 of a 2.25mm sock needle, a US one. And then I'm down to like 3 I think now, and they're all occupied because I'm bad at finishing things. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to buy another sock needle. Like, you can't have too many 2.25 sock needles as far as I'm concerned. So I bought this one. So Addy Novel, or Novelle, or, that must be Novel, mustn't it? Addy Novel. because it says novel, doesn't it? But then it might say something different in German. I don't know. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But it's got like lumpy bumpies on. I've never had one of these. Do you know what I didn't do? And I've just realised pulling that out. I didn't look at how long it was, and it's only 60 centimetres. What a tool. That's not going to be long enough to do a sock, is it? Right, but yeah. Can you see them? You can, but they're just a bit blurry, aren't they? It's like a... I was going to say it's like a unicorn horn, but that's a big fat lie. It's not. It's like steps. Not steps as in tragedy. When the feeling's gone and you can't go wrong, it's tragedy. Not that steps. Well, that was stupid of me. I might have to return that and switch it out for a bit. What have you done? Oh. Switch it out for a longer cable because that's not going to do any socks anytime soon. Good job I showed it to you. Right, that's it. I would like to thank my 2 new Patreons, Debbie and Bernadette, who have joined our bobble tier. It's lovely to have you, thank you so much. And to anybody who hasn't joined Patreon, there's no pressure, but obviously the more people who join my Patreon, the more I can do for this channel and everything else that I'm doing. So get yourselves along, have a look around and see if there's something that you might like. We keep doing votes and things in there, and they're currently choosing the yarn that I'm going to be using for my next design, and they keep getting tied. They're very naughty. They keep doing 50-50 and that's no good. so they have to make some decisions. But yes, we're currently voting on that. We voted on whether I should have lever back clasps added to my Etsy shop, and they said yes. It was quite resounding really. There wasn't very many voted for no. So the lever back clasps will be coming very soon. They're here, I just need to photograph them and add them to things. What else have we voted on? We voted on what I was going to be designing next month, but they couldn't decide. We went 50-50 on that. And in a couple of days we're going to be having there's a giveaway for a stitch marker, so one of them will win a stitch marker. And yeah, it's lovely over there, and obviously they have their vlogs, their extra vlogs, where they will see me ripping out the polka cats, and yeah, they get to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so that's always fun. So yes, so if you fancy a bit of Patreon, get yourself over there. If you don't, that's fine, it's not an issue. So I will see you in a couple of weeks. I'm not sure what next week's video is going to be yet. It's possibly the review for this yarn. That's a possibility. So it's not going to be a long video if I do, because I'm not going to talk about yarn, one ball of yarn for 20-30 minutes. Although many of you obviously think that I will, but I will not. It'll probably be 5 to 10 minutes. Right, I'm going to head off, and I will see you in... You've all made me paranoid, that's what it is. The ones who kept saying to me, you can't half talk like, you've made me a bit paranoid, and now I feel like I've got to shoot off. So, so I'm shooting off. Right, I'll see you for a proper podcast in a couple of weeks for episode 58. So, oh God, we're nearly at episode 60, aren't we? Excellent. Right. See you soon. Bye.